Alright, in today's video we are playing with the Eurofighter, the king of 14.7. Always cook with this jet, guys. We have some great games. As always, if you do enjoy the videos, content, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I have started a membership as well. If you do want to support further, make sure to check that out. But let's take a quick look at the stats. So I ended up playing here 13 games in this session. We won 12 of those games. And we had 47 kills and 3 deaths, guys, which is absolutely crazy. We were cooking. That is going to be around a 15.67 KD and around a 3.62 kills per spawn. Which, again, is just absolutely crazy stats. But again, guys, this is a Eurofighter we're talking about. Such a good jet at 14.7. Right now, the king of that 10 to 25 kilometer range. But let's get back to the gameplay. Yeah, we have some good games here. We have a 7-kill game and 3 5-kill games. So we got a lot of aces here today. But yeah, in this first game here, we can see that there is a couple of lads up in front here on the radar. So we are firing the 120Cs, which are going to be a little bit better longer range here. See who we can pick up. Now, we do get shot at here, and I do actually notch towards the middle to try to keep my soft lock on a couple of these guys here. And yeah, we pick up 2 quick kills here. So we get rid of 2 guys, and surprisingly a Rafale down there was actually playing low to the ground, which is rare to see. But yeah, we do see this MiG over here, and for me this is a priority, right? If you've ever seen any of my positioning guides, you know I will always say I do like to take out the people on the left side first, so I don't have to worry about anybody being behind me. I can cut inside freely and cook from there. But unfortunately this guy is multipathing. I thought I was going to be able to kill him here because he was doing it in the mountains, which is a lot harder to multipath. But surprisingly, he does actually dodge all of my Fox 3s. So I think we waste 1 or 2 missiles on this guy here. I think it was 2 because we're just 1. And I let this guy basically fight the other teammates, right? I can see there's a couple teammates going around him, so I decided to just leave him be. So again, we're going to cut inside and go higher altitude. Really see what's going on in the middle. Now, I did get a lot of down tiers on this jet, guys. I am not going to lie. I was kind of surprised how many games I got put in 13.7. And obviously, 13.7 is no match for something like a Eurofighter. Rafale speed of play is way too fast. They are not going to be able to keep up. But we did take a couple of shots there. We had specifically a Eurofighter there that is now firing back at us. Easy notch for us. And yeah, we're going to see if we can get the kill, which we do. And then again, we see a lot of targets here on our radar still towards the middle. We have a couple Fox 3 left, so we are going to fire away here once we do get a good opportunity or a good shot. Now, again, for some reason, a lot of people are playing lower altitude this game, which is a little bit annoying. It does make it a little bit harder for me to kill personally. Yeah, it's just more annoying to deal with. And yeah, we're going to fire that as well. And yeah, I think we get 1 more kill here before we actually go back to base. I think we do get him with the 9M. 9Ms, obviously, guys, are very, very solid top down. This MiG-29 here, whatever this is not going to stand a chance as soon as we fire this off. And yeah, we actually start getting spammed from behind, and there does F-15 just pops out of nowhere and starts kind of spamming over in our direction. Now, obviously, I'm in a Eurofighter, best flight performance in the game, so me escaping this and just flying back to base is not a problem. Which is why I always say, guys, missile buses with the ability to rearm, they don't make that much of a difference when I, like this, can just fly back to base, rearm, get all my missiles again, and just simply fly back out there. Now, again, if that wasn't the case, that would be, or missile buses would be a lot better, a good way to put it. But we can see here, it is a little bit more of a clutch situation. Now, I'm not too sure. I think all my teammates died here, actually, so it was just me. I do pop an Avenger, just so they can't pop a blind hunt on me and I can see where they're at for the meantime. So yeah, we go off base here. We're going to climb a little bit, or climb altitude. We do see that Mirage there. Now, it was a little bit unfortunate. This should have been an 8-kill game, but this Mirage, you'll see here, does unfortunately crash. He was trying to multipath me. And yeah, again, it is hard when the terrain is like this, where it's a little bit more bumpy, a little more mountainous. a little bit harder for them to multipath. Now, he does fire a Mika over at me, and I'm going to easily notch that. Mikas are going to be quite easy to notch from Mirage in that general range. And then, yeah, we are going to basically just move on, right? Again, he did crash, which was a bit unfortunate, and we weren't in the distance or close enough to where that did count as a kill, because now, obviously, if somebody does crash right next to you, it does actually count as your kill. So, yeah, we're really going to climb here. We can see there is 2 guys left, or I think 3 guys left. One of them is at the base. And yeah, we're going to basically hunt him down. So again, guys, late game like this, altitude is going to be king. So we can see we are gaining that altitude, gaining that speed. And especially late game, that is going to be the biggest thing, guys, altitude. Especially with a jet like this that is so good flight performance-wise. You do want to climb. You do want to use that energy state, that speed, to really get that missile launch. So this F-15 did fire at me pretty early on, so I do fire a 120C. Again, just apply pressure. And not only that, we can see I'm able to notch his missile here. And the British and the Italian Eurofighter do get 100 degrees gimbal on the radar. So you can see I can actually still hold the notch while holding the soft lock, which is a big difference. And we are going to get the severe damage there. And yeah, basically get the kill. So really 2 guys left here. We're going to fly over there. And both of these guys were back to base, or back at base. So it can be a little bit tough in these situations where 2 teammates are together. Especially in a clutch situation like this, right? Especially if they're coming from maybe a little bit slightly different angles. Now the good thing with this one is both were basically together. So both were in the same angle. I thought this other guy that crashed respawned. I don't think it was the same Mirage, but I was a little bit confused. But yeah, we are again going to keep the altitude, keep the speed. We're really trying to gain as much speed as we can here before we get into that range of the 120Cs, 120Bs. So again, I'm also waiting to see when they fire. And that's also a big indicator for me in these late game situations, because I know I have the ability to quickly snap into a notch at any point. So we can see they fired. I'm going to fire both of mine, both my 120Cs. And yeah, we are again going to notch. Try to hold the soft lock here if possible. Again, the good thing with the 120 or 100 degrees gimbal is a lot of times you can hold the soft lock. And we do get the Mirage, and then boom, we get the 34. And that will make it a 7-kill game right there, guys. And that is a very easy clutch. So obviously very strong game there. And yeah, guys, again, this was down tier 13-7. Eurofighter is going to absolutely dominate, absolutely destroy down tiers. And again, I got so many down tiers, it was actually crazy. But let's move on to the next game here, which is going to be a 5-kill game, or an ace, with the Eurofighter. Alright, so moving on to the second game here. This one, again, was a 5-kill game. I don't think this one was a down tier. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see. But yeah, this was a very nice game in terms of the initial start. So we do get spammed out a lot from an SM2 and 2 Eurofighters, and we actually kill all 3 of them. So I think this is a good example of how to deal with people doing BVR, applying a lot of early pressure, and really how to deal with it in these cases. Luckily, these guys were not able to notch my missiles, but we can see here on the RWR that they are spamming at me. We can see those 2 jets together, the Eurofighter and the SM2. And then we have a Eurofighter out wide at a little bit different of an angle. And again, we can see the missile he shot on his radar. So we are going to fire both of those off with the 120Cs. And then we're going to go a little bit more vertical here, guys. I think that's the key, especially in these situations where I'm getting shot at from multiple angles. We're going to get shot, or we're going to shoot at that Eurofighter as well. And again, we're bringing it vertical. Vertical is going to create the common angle when you're being shot at from slightly different angles. And for me here, I was completely fine with losing a little bit of altitude. Again, we dodge all of the other guys' missiles. We kill both of them, and then we also notch this Eurofighter's missile. And really from this, we, with our missile, made him have to go on the defensive here. And we're basically going to close the gap. So again, very, very solid early game play, right, of dealing with those BVR spammers. And to be honest, a lot of those players that do spam, especially 30 kilometers away, they are not the most experienced players, not the best players when people are doing that. So again, just be aware of that. Like, these guys could not, or the first two at least, spammed a lot farther away. They didn't know how to notch my missile. They didn't know how to deal with it, right? They were just kind of sending missile after missile. And yeah, we do get this other Eurofighter here. So again, we close down the gap. We make him go on the defensive. I don't know why he never kind of turned around and tried to challenge me. He had all the time and space to do so. But so a little bit of a bad play by him, but we'll take it. It does pick a extra kill up for us. And yeah, the good thing is we're on the big map here. So the big map, and this was a down tier, by the way, 13.7. The big map here is very beneficial for a jet like the Eurofighter or Rafale, where they have such a solid flight performance. You can really dominate the playing field a lot easier. So big map does benefit that. And yeah, again, we're going to cut inside. We took out 3 guys all the way out wide here. We also got pushed out wide because, again, we want to try to notch in the space. If we notch towards the middle of the map, that gives the opportunity for all these other people to start spamming at us, get shot at from different angles, and then we can't go on the counterattack. So again, it can put you in a very weird spot. So again, remember to notch in the space. In this case, it was my left side. And we do actually, I think this was a 27 SM. This guy decides to shoot an ER at me from like 20 to 30 kilometers away, which is not the move, because I can simply just fire my Fox 3 at him, make him go on defensive. And not only that, but in this type of jet, guys, I can see where his missile is, right? We can see it on the radar at all times. So I know if he has the ability to relock it onto me or do a relock trick with the ER. So a very, very bad play from that player right there. Again, I don't know if he did have any Fox 3s or what, but that was a very poor play by him, very poor decision. Again, also, he may have not known that I was in the Eurofighter AESA. Yeah, but again, very easy kill to pick up there. And really from here, again, we're going to go hunting. So we're going to see where everybody else is. There's 2 guys left. And I can see here on the radar, they are all the way back at the base. Now, I did need to watch my fuel here. So I did turn off the afterburner. And we're just going to kind of slowly head that way here. One of my teammates does come and help me out here. I think he actually gets in the dogfight, so I do respect his dogfight, and you guys will see that. But yeah, we can see we have a 27, which presumably is a SA-30 SM. And then we have another one, which I think was also an SM. But we'll see. And yeah, we can see here that Gripen does actually engage in a dogfight with the guy. So again, we're going to hold off on shooting with this guy. We're going to let that dogfight play out. My teammate gets killed. That's where I'm going to jump in and help out. But again, respect the dogfight, guys. Respect the dogfight. But so we're going to focus on this guy over here. Again, we can see he's headed generally towards our direction. And it's going to be a very nice shot. We have a very good amount of speed here, 1.7 Mach. And then really we're waiting for that 18 mark. Boom, we're going to fire that 120B. And then, again, we're going to try to hold the soft lock here with our radar while notching his missile. We can see, again, with that 100-degree gimbal, we're able to notch and hold that soft lock. And boom, we're going to get that kill. And my teammate does actually kill the SM2, but he dies in the process as well. But, yeah, good on that guy in the Gripen for dogfighting. Always love to see that. But let's move on to the next 5-kill game here. Moving on to the second 5-kill game here. And yeah, I think this one was on the big map again here. I think we'll see in a second. But yeah, I really do like this map, right? You do start at higher altitude, which means I can gain a lot more speed quickly in the Eurofighter, or really in any jet, to be honest. But yeah, again, we can see all of these guys here on our radar. A lot of people did not really go to my side here, go to the right, which was a little bit surprising. So I did get a little bit more free reign here to kind of fly about, which you do not want to do or give that opportunity to a Eurofighter. And yeah, we got a lot of space here to work with, so that does let us really just cut inside a lot earlier, which is going to be, again, a lot better for us. Now, we do have this guy here who does start heading in our direction, so we are going to fire that off here. I was going a little bit too high altitude here, so again, I don't want to go over that 9,500. The contrail will show up. But yeah, again, we're going to hold the data link here, and I don't know what this guy was doing, guys. He did not even try to notch, really do anything. So we do get the kill there on that MKM, which I don't even know why there's an MKM in the lobby. That is tough. A premium player probably playing with his friend. And yeah, again, we're going to cut inside. We do see a F-18, and we can really see how bunched up the enemies are on the left side. So all of these people really went to the left side on their map. So we are going to fire at this F-18. Now, that wasn't the best shot, in all honesty. It was, again, he was almost in a semi-notching position when we shot that. And there's a prop, by the way, which is even crazier. But yeah, again, we're going to see if we can get the kill, and we do not. So again, not the best shot that I took there, in all honesty. But we are going to close the gap here in just a second. Again, we're just keeping an eye on what's going on around us. So again, we can see a couple enemies that are in front of us. And the other thing here is a Eurofighter just randomly pops out of nowhere, guys. And we fire the 120. Luckily, we did see him first, and boom, he gets cooked. F-18 here, again, aim 9M at top down is going to be quite solid. However, I don't think this one actually hits. I think this one does actually miss, which it does. So again, we're getting fired at. We're going to have to notch here while closing the gap here. Props to this F-18. I mean, this guy dodged all of my 9Ms, which was very much so a shocker. He dodges that one. But yeah, at this point, he has lost so much energy. He pulls up. He is a sitting duck for us to just get a gun kill. So we are going to get the gun kill here. And yeah, again, we have a couple of guys over here where we were getting spammed from. So we do see the Gripen. We're going to fire at that guy here. And then again, we can see on the radar there is two other guys behind him, like we just showcased. And again, we're just going to keep an eye on those guys for now. So with this Gripen here, again, the importance of holding a soft lock here is really a lot harder to notch. So we are going to get that kill on the Gripen. F-18 finally went down, and we're going to fire at these two lads here on the left, or not the left, in front of us. Now, the Eurofighter did pretty good here at dodging this. I'm not too sure if he multipathed out of this or if he fully notched it, because the missile is still locked onto him there. But this SAW-30 did a pretty good job here of dodging my first missile. But top down here, again, holding the soft lock, that is going to connect any day of the week in the mountains. Another MKK, guys. I don't know what these guys are doing in this lobby. I guess a lot of playing with their friends. And then the Eurofighter actually got very far away from us here. I was trying to find him. I was hoping he was going to stay in the general area so that we could get a 6 kill. Look at that, guys. There's already like 19 kilometers away from us. And yeah, my teammate is right there. He is going to pick up the kill. So another very quick and easy ace with the jet. But yeah, we have one last game here, a 5-kill game. Probably the easiest ace of my life. So let's showcase that here. So this final ace here, again, was probably the easiest ace I've ever gotten in my life, guys. I did not get contested once. This was, I think, in a, down tier again. Guys, I'm telling you, the amount of down tiers I got in this jet is absurd. I don't know what's going on with that. Again, this should not be playing against 13.7s at all. But look at this, guys. Everybody was just playing low altitude, multipathing. Not a lot of people contesting me. And like I said earlier, if nobody contests me, that's an easy game for the Eurofighter. So again, we're going to fire those off. We do actually get somebody that does shoot at us, but we notch it pretty easily and pretty quickly. And yeah, this map was a little bit weird with the clouds. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool, but obviously I do hate when the clouds are like this because it doesn't help me visually, especially if I'm trying to shoot a 9M from top down. Now, again, everybody in this game was like lower altitude. I did not know what was going on. But again, that just lets us keep our altitude, keep our speed, and fire off our Fox 3s. And again, our energy state, that thing is going to fly super quick. We're going to hold them in the soft lock. So really, we're going to start spraying and praying, and we're going to start racking up some kills. And yeah, just like that, guys. Look at that. We are racking up kills. So again, very weird game, to be honest. It's kind of rare, I feel like, especially in this BR range, that you see basically everybody in the lobby play lower altitude. And that's why it was really the easiest ace that I've probably gotten. Again, nobody contested me higher altitude. So, yeah, and just like that, guys, 5 kills. And really from here, nothing else really happens in the game. There was like, I think 1 or 2 people left, but they were quite far from us, so we don't really get the kill. So I'm just going to skip towards the end here. But as always, if you guys do enjoy the video or did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.